Well, when she was the opposition's foreign affairs spokesperson in 2018, Senator Penny Wong made it clear that she opposed the moving of the Australian Embassy in Israel to Jerusalem. Here she is back then.
The problem is making an announcement like this in the way that he has really signals to the community and to the international community that Mr Morrison's prepared to play domestic politics with foreign policy. It's extraordinary.
And here she is yesterday trying not to show her irritation with the former government's policy as she announces her government's reversal of it to no longer recognise West Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
This reverses the Morrison government's recognition of West Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Australia's embassy, of course, has always been and remains in Tel Aviv. The Australian government remains committed to a two-state solution in which Israel and a future Palestinian state can coexist in peace and security within internationally recognised borders. We will not support an approach that undermines this prospect.
Notice that she supports the two-state solution and the quote-unquote future Palestinian state. There are 138 countries that currently recognise Palestine. Like Australia, however, most G20 democracies do not. Make of Penny Wong's press conference yesterday what you will, but it seems likely that Australia will soon join the camp that recognises Palestine. This Labor government's contempt for Israel and in some instances the Jewish people is sometimes disturbingly clear to see. To discuss the significance of this, let's bring in the President of the Australian Jewish Association, Dr. David Adler. David, welcome.
Thank you, Fred, and it's a pleasure to join you today.
David, firstly, most Australians might think of this as a bit of a triviality, but what is the symbolic significance of Jerusalem to Israel and even to people who live in Western civilizations around the world?
Well, it's enormous, Fred. Firstly, it needs to be pointed out that Israel is the only country on earth in which Australia now does not recognise its nominated capital. Every other country can say this city is our capital and Australia will recognise it and treat it accordingly. It is contrary to the whole historical evidence. Israel has had previously as the Kingdom of Israel under King David and King Solomon, Jerusalem as the capital for over 3,000 years. Yes, it's been conquered and occupied and various people have been through it. The significance worldwide, of course, is that it's become symbolic of values, almost dividing those that support Western civilization from those that don't. Those that support the ethics and the values of democracy and Western civilization generally, because the Judeo-Christian foundations, of course, began in Israel. So it is highly symbolic, and also from an international law point of view, from a reality on the ground point of view, what Penny Wong has done is certainly retrograde.